for including my stick amendment in the manager's amendment. I really do appreciate that, and that's going to make a very big difference for our small towns' transportation funding. This Amendment 23 deals with school bus routes that are dirt roads in Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah. For those who are on the Highway Subcommittee, you remember the pictures that we put up in a committee hearing showing these school buses mired in mud, trying to get students to and from school. And the situation is really, really dire. So this authorizes $4.4 million to Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah to split evenly for the maintenance of those school bus routes. You know, some of these children spend 5 hours a day on the school bus because of the poorly maintained roads. Their average absenteeism just because of roads and transportation is 11 days a year, and we know that that adds to problems with learning, with retention, and even encourages the dropout rate to increase. So a very, very important bill, and I ask my colleagues to support this and make a difference for these children who deserve the best education as the rest of the children in this country. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Thank you, gentlelady. Anybody wish to be heard on the amendment?
Mr. Chairman, I visited the Navajo Nation, and the conditions, road conditions, are deplorable. We have statistics on the fatality rates for pedestrians and vehicle collisions and single vehicle accidents, which are appalling. And you know, the federal government does have an obligation to better deal with the sovereigns and partner with the sovereigns, and she has been a persistent and extraordinary advocate. I would raise the same concern I raised about Mr. Hunter's, which is we just received this yesterday. We don't know how it would impact across Indian country as a whole, and that would require to provide both this and perhaps Mr. Hunter's downtown to have them run it through computers and see what these things would mean on the ground in reality for the multitude of tribes out there. So at this point, I would urge her to continue to be an advocate, but allow us to more fully understand the implications. And she does have two different amendments here. I'm mostly addressing one of them. So.